It's not a mistake. Your Philadelphia Eagles are your Super Bowl 59 2024 Super Bowl champions. God, sounds so great to say it. Guys, we're going to have fun. We're going to party. We're going to celebrate. Trending in the PM is live in 30 seconds.
Pop, 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 julep. Pop, 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 julep. Pop, 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 julep. Pop, 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 woo!
And a very good evening, everybody, and welcome to Trending in the PM right here on the STT Sports Network. We are live as Super Bowl champions right here on YouTube, Twitter. Guys, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Just hit any and all buttons you see wherever you're watching. The race to 500 subscribers is on. Less than 80 to go. Let's go. Let's get there. And guys, I am your host, Phil Stiefel, and I am freaking bubbling still. Bubbling. I'm on cloud 9. My head's still spinning. We're here to toast to your Super Bowl 59 champion, Philadelphia Eagles. Man, the culmination of one hell of a football season ended last night with your Eagles just straight dominating the scary Kansas City Chiefs with a 40-22 victory. And yes, our quarterback, our stud, Jalen Hurts, wins the MVP of the Super Bowl last night. Guys, we got lots to talk about. This show is for you guys. I had to be up early this morning after a late night last night. Had to skip it. Took the day off from work after getting some work done. No, I didn't take the day off. Worked like 6 hours. Now I'm off the rest of the day. I'm here for you guys. Next 30 minutes, next 3 hours. Whatever you guys want. This is time to celebrate the Philadelphia Eagles as Super Bowl champions. I'm going to say that so many times because it just sounds so damn good. Saying Super Bowl champions. Ah, man, it's beautiful. Fly, Eagles, fly. We are the champions. We are the champions. Yeah. What they going to say now? Well, let me tell you something. The negativity is already starting. I got Twitter people saying things at me. The ESPN power rankings for 2025 are already out, and we're fourth entering 2025 already. The Super Bowl confetti hasn't been swept up yet, Marshawn. And they're already putting us as the fourth best team in football. Yeah, we'll just line that shit up again and knock it on out again. Yo, what's up, Anthony? I was expecting a championship. Wasn't sure going live, but here we are. We're here to do this, Anthony. So get your popcorn ready. Get yourself a drink. Let's enjoy. Let's celebrate. Let's have some fun tonight. Let's go. Jim, damn straight. Super Bowl champions. Phil, you said 45-27. I said 33-21. I was close on the Chiefs score. Tried to tell everybody all week long for 2 weeks. There was no way the Chiefs were putting up a 30 spot, a 28 spot like everybody was predicting. I said 20, 21 points max, 22 points max. And that's what they did. Let's be honest. This was a 40-6 game with 3 minutes left in the Super Bowl. Like, just put that into perspective. The Chiefs, through the first 56.5 minutes of the game, scored 6 points. 6. Man. I said, look, I agreed. I knew it. I saw it. Oh, it's exciting. It's exciting time. I said the defense would shut the KC offense down, and shut them down is exactly what they did. Let me tell you something. A whole bunch of Eagles players on defense are free agents, and they all got paid. They all tacked a couple zeros into their bank account, Anthony, after the performance last night. Nick and Jalen are greater than Andy and Don. Yeah, duh. I don't even think we need to say that. There are haters still out there, just so you know. Little G, good evening. Happy Super Bowl victory. Yes, power rankings are so bad. I think we're fourth in it. You got the Chiefs 1, the Bills 2, the Lions 3, us 4. It's comical that literally less than 20 hours after the Super Bowl, we're already not the best team in football again. Comical. Yeah, I know you said that. Yeah, no. You said 45. I don't know. Whatever. I know what you said. I know what I said. I'm running on like 4 hours of sleep. Just so you know, maybe less than that. Absolutely. Chat, good evening. What's going on? A victory Monday is always great. A victory Monday after you win the Super Bowl? That's just next level, chat. That's just next level. I know what you meant. I'm just happy, Anthony. I've been happy for a while. Had a rough few weeks. I'm happy today. The Eagles are champions. The Eagles are Super Bowl champions. Just let that sink in. What is up? Eric, the gatekeeper. No, I wouldn't sneak up on the gatekeeper. The gatekeeper always knows. Game was so bad that people hated that Kendrick hit. Look, I wasn't paying attention to the halftime show. I'm not really a Kendrick fan. I know there's a lot of mixed reactions going around on Lamar, but not my cup of tea. But whatever. If you like it, you like it. That's great. I said 41-27, then my final prediction was 41-23. Well, you know what? Who cares what anybody's predictions were? As long as we all predicted wins and the wins came, that's all that matters. We got this. We can be super, despite how dreadful the Sixers are, despite how unsure we are about our Phillies and Flyers. For the next 12 months, we are reigning, defending, undisputed NFL Super Bowl champions. And nobody can take that away from us. I didn't think the Chiefs were that much better than the Commanders. I said, either on this show or another show, that I think the Commanders were better than the Chiefs. Cowboys, Niners, Commanders fans, do not duck. I will be insufferable all damn straight. I'm going to be right there with you. Insufferable. Marsha, I got somebody, I don't even know what kind of fan he is on my Twitter page right now. You know what he's telling me? He's telling me you could put any quarterback in that situation last night and they would have beaten the Chiefs. Any quarterback in the NFL would have beaten the Chiefs last night, according to one faceless anonymous person on Twitter. Because the haters are still out there. But let me tell you something. We're not haters. You know what we are? We're champions. We're champions. Hurts has outplayed Mahomes 3 straight games now. Yeah. And now he's got a Super Bowl MVP on his resume to go along with that Super Bowl trophy. Super Bowl MVP. And what's he doing now? He's going to Disney World. I never heard a player say, I'm going to Disney World, and enjoyed it so much as I enjoyed Jalen saying it last night. You know what's funny? In 2022, when we won our first Super Bowl, it was a special moment. And I teared up a little bit, and I was stunned. But something about last night's Super Bowl victory is almost more meaningful to me than the first one. Last night is why we are fans. Last night's why I do this. Last night is why we suffer through decades of mediocrity. Last night meant a lot to a lot of people. Don't bring up them trash Philly teams. I'm just telling you. I don't care what happens to the Sixers the rest of the year. I don't care about baseball season. You know why? Because we're Super Bowl champions. Jared Goff's fans, please, you are welcome to the chat. Yeah, bring that in, Jared Goff. Yeah. Where's Chris Sims thinking about Jalen Hurts' performance right now? Yeah, Jane Daniels fans, enjoy Cancun. Damn Skippy. Damn straight. Guys, whoever's watching, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. Tell one, tell all. We're live in the PM instead of the AM. I got myself a little toasted marshmallow old-fashioned here. Delicious. We're going to have ourselves a little fun for the next hour here. And we're going to shout out everybody. It's not just Jalen Hurts. There are a lot of players on the Eagles last night that had themselves a game, that had themselves career games, career-changing games based off of the paychecks that they're earning. There are a lot of people that had big moments last night. Jalen Hurts had the biggest EPA play in the Super Bowl history last night. I don't care about EPA. I'm not a statistical analyst. I don't get that stuff. All I know, Jalen Hurts played a phenomenal Super Bowl last night. Super Bowl champs can't believe we dominated. Adam, just say it again. Super Bowl champions. Lamar fans, y'all stay choky. Yeah. God. Where are the Josh Allen fans of the world? It honestly feels surreal that it still hasn't. I agree. You know when it's going to feel really real? I know it's going to take 60 years to get here. I ordered my Super Bowl shirt from the field, the long sleeve from Fanatics. Placed the order this morning. And I know it's going to take like 60 years to get here. But when I put that Super Bowl 59 championship shirt, the official Nike shirt on, it's going to feel real then. It is. It really is. Yeah, where's the pump man? I need to see the pump man. That's what I need. I want to see the real Hurts haters today. Well, we're at 421 today to start this show, Adam. Can we gain 5 or 10 subscribers today? Can we all just click that share button right now? Let's go. Tell people. Everyone complains about the drive time. I heard Ike Reese and Spike Eskin were fighting on WAP. We'll turn that dial down and turn up trending in the PM right here on the STT Sports Network. Let's go. 500 subscribers. The race is there. What's that? What's that? 79 away from 500 subscribers on this channel. Jane Daniels actually did a celebration dance when they were down 2 touchdowns. Yeah. Jalen Hurts. Yeah, Jane Daniels is celebrating being down 2 touchdowns. Jalen Hurts wins a Super Bowl and a Super Bowl MVP, and he's not satisfied. He wants another one. And I firmly believe that Jalen Hurts is going to win another one. Maybe not next year. Hopefully next year. We'll see. Jason, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my friend. It feels so damn good to say what you're about to say right here. Super Bowl champions. Let's just say this. Since your baby boy was born, the Eagles haven't. The Eagles are the only team to win a Super Bowl since you had a kid. Let's just say. So maybe you should just pump out a new kid every year, and we'll keep winning championships, okay? Defense does win championships. And this Eagles defense, I've said it before. I'll say it again. This is the greatest Eagles defense in the last 44 years. My existence. This is better than 1991. This is better than 1980. This Eagles defense that we just watched, the greatest Eagles defense of all time. That's it. No offense, Reggie White. No offense to Seth Joyner. No offense to newly crowned Hall of Famer Eric Allen. The 2024 Eagles defense is the greatest defense in the history of the Philadelphia Eagles. It just is. And I don't hesitate saying that one bit. Even Isaiah Rodgers, about everybody on that defense about to get paid. That's a free agent, that is. And we'll get into the offseason, Marshawn. We'll power rank who, and where and when, where the money should go. We'll get into that. We got time. We got a whole offseason to discuss that. But you know what? Everybody had plays last night. Everybody made plays on that team. Even Avonte Maddox was making plays on defense last night. And good plays. That's right. Where's the pump man? The pump man. Where are you? Jalen Hurts barely cracked a smile. Yeah, Jalen Hurts is just, I think he smiled a little bit. I think he felt a little happy last night. Just gonna say, I think he felt a little happy last night. But now he's all right back to work. It's time to get the next one. I'm in utter shock still at how the game went down. Never doubted we would win, but never expect. A lot of us expected a trouncing, actually. Because I've been preaching on this show for months now that this Eagles team is elite. This defense is elite. I didn't expect necessarily to go in the sense where we were up, 34-0 before they scored a single point. But I expected a double-digit win. That's right, Edward Chamberlain. Let's go back to back. Let's do it. One ain't enough. I don't want one. I don't want two. I don't want three. I want four. I want five. I want six. Vic has them guys ready to play six. I bet you those Eagles are ready to play today. If you asked them to. Well, some of them probably partying hard. Maddox made a play. Maddox made a big play. I think it was on 4th down even. Howie is Hyman Roth. He makes all his partners money. Yeah, he is. Let's give a round of applause to Howie Roseman for building this Super Bowl championship team. Hurts, my guy, is a gym squatting 6'6". I bet you he is. I bet you he's already there. Pumping and grinding away. Getting his daily workout in. And why not? Why change anything now? Jose, how are you, my friend? Told you when they poke, we will swarm like yellow jackets, and they did. Absolutely. Nobody gave the Eagles a chance. Nobody gave the chance. But guess what? Jalen Hurts isn't a good quarterback. Nick Sirianni, not a good coach. Where you ducked today? Jalen Carter got an attitude issue. Howie Roseman's terrible. No, let's go. A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts hate each other. Zach Vaughn, not good enough. Darius Slay, too old. Mekhi Becton, cast off. Can't win once Jason Kelsey and Fletcher Cox retire. Let's land them all up. You know what we did? We shut every narrative down. Every single narrative shut down. I was expecting a blowout, but the chat wanted to give Andy a whole lot of respect. Look, I still give Andy a lot of respect. Andy was one of the greatest coaches of all time in the football. But you know what? All greatness has to come to an end eventually. And we just ended that greatness last night. Howie is the best GM of all time. Well, I don't know about all time. In Eagles history, all time, damn straight. But man, he's the best GM in football right now. Hands down. And look, we'll get into the offseason here in the next couple of weeks. Howie's going to have his work cut out. A lot of free agents. Only so much cap space. But you know what? Right now is for celebrating the victory. To the victor goes the spoils. I mean, Howie Roseman's one of those guys that's getting those spoils right now. That's what I was saying last night to my son, the LeBron James quote. Not one, not two. At least you picked up. I've used that, Edward, like 4 times in the last 2 weeks. You're the first one to actually realize that I realize what I was saying. Not one, not two, not three, not 4, whatever he went up to. It's the whole freaking team, Jason Kelsey. And this team, I know it's a Jalen Hurts quote. I had a purpose before you had an opinion. It's the whole team. This whole team had a purpose. This whole team had a purpose before we had an opinion on him. They shut us all. They shut anybody that had a doubt. Let me tell you something. The greatest cashed ticket at a bet ever. I make a $5 bet that my Eagles will win a Super Bowl every year. It was $80, 15-1. I made it before the season started. It felt damn good to never waver on that. And I didn't just make that this year because I always do. I made it because I believed in this team. Believed in Jalen Hurts and I believed in Nick Sirianni since day one. I went and found earlier today the first tweet I ever had in April 2020 that kind of blew up, that I started gaining following on. Basically saying that I feel bad that Jalen Hurts was drafted by the Eagles. Because all that guy wants to do is start and win. He was coming to a situation where there was an incumbent who just got paid. And I felt bad for Hurts. Hurts just keeps his mouth shut and just does what he does. And that's win football games. Andy is an all-time great, but not in Philly. Absolutely correct. Just like Reggie White, right? If you look at the Eagles since Jeffrey Lurie took ownership, the franchise has had the most sustained success in the NFL. The 30-year stretch overall may be better than any. I say it countless times, Jason, that Jeffrey Lurie is probably the best owner in all sports right now. All sports, at least in the United States, Big Four. No one compares to him. Nick, Doug, Andy. Yeah, Nick Sirianni's ahead of Doug. Jalen Hurts is ahead of Nick Foles. If you want to talk about BDN, Big Bleepity Nick, it's not talking about Nick Foles anymore. BDN stands for Nick Sirianni now. Let's just get that straight. That's right. What's up, Judd? Let's freaking go. You know why? Because we're Super Bowl champions. Super Bowl champions. Cheers to you, Judd. Got a little splashy splash on the beard there. Props to Jake Elliott. So, Jake Elliott had himself a game last night. Like 7 for 7 on kicks, field goals, and extra points. Not counting like the 3 that got called back on penalties that he nailed too. Jake Elliott, big game Jake, made like 100 kicks last night, unofficially. That boy was on. Heard all the noise. And you know what? He silenced the critics. And he didn't just hit those kicks. He nailed those kicks. Saw a clip today of AJ talking about his depression and wanting to take his life. What? I have not seen that. Man, I got to go. Now I kind of want to skip the show to go listen to that. But yeah, props up to him. Has the Niners hosted a Lombardi since the 90s? How about them Cowboys? How about them? Yeah. Are you all pizzaed out? So, look, the pizza shop was insanity last night. Adam knows he was in to pick up pizza. And then I had to be up at 5 a.m. to go in and make 200 pizzas this morning. 11 o'clock, I was like, I'm done. I'm out. Lock the doors for the day. Sorry, Claire. Forgot to tell you not to come in today. She just texted us, my delivery driver. Showed up. The doors were locked. My bad. I made so much food between yesterday and this morning. I'm tapped. My body, my hands. Like, I literally, like about an hour ago, my hands were like this from rolling out so much dough in the last 24 hours. Insane. Okay? What's up, Real Smart Money? It's about damn time Elliott got the balls in. He wasn't great. Who cares? He made them when it mattered. That's what he did. That's all that matters. All right, make sure you hit that like and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Jake has never missed a kick in the playoffs. He actually missed one against the Commanders. He missed like a 50-yarder against the Commanders. Yes, of course. Second year in a row, Amazon always orders the day after the Super Bowl. Fantastic, right? Don't let me enjoy the Super Bowl. I got to get up at 5 a.m. to feed your employees, but whatever. It's all good. It was trending on Twitter. It was back in his Titans days. The reporter was crying, asking AJ, wow, I'm going to look it up. I don't even know where my pen is. I don't even have a pen. Let's get one of these other pens. AJ suicide video. All right. I wrote that down. I have no notes. This is a no notes kind of week here. All right. No notes kind of week. No notes kind of day. And make sure you're hitting that like button, that subscribe button, that share button. It's a no notes kind of day. But I'm going to take notes on what you guys say so I'm prepared for it. We'll do this show today, whatever, another hour, whoever knows how long, however much fun we're having. Then we'll move into tomorrow, golf tomorrow night. We'll be back to a regular 8 a.m. schedule on Wednesday. Actually, I got a lot of orders on Thursday, too. I don't know. This week's schedule is going to be a little topsy-turvy. We'll see. At least the Giants won 2, but these other franchises can't tell us shit. I don't want to hear shit from anybody. I don't. We've been to 3 Super Bowls in 8 years. We've won 2 of them. We got the Super Bowl MVP. Should be MVP of the league at some point. I don't want to hear crap from anybody about this Eagles team. I don't want to hear any excuses. I don't want to hear any trash talking Hurts or Sirianni or anybody. We are Super Bowl champions for a reason. This ain't no fluke. I swear a podcast today said he was perfect. Yeah, he missed the one. He was perfect until he missed the one 2 weeks ago. So, but you're good. Can't wait for the parade. Jake Elliott did his job. What a fantastic. The parade, Jonathan, and good afternoon, good evening to you. Hope you are well. Good to see you in the afternoon here. Parade is on Valentine's Day. Also, one of the busiest days in the pizza shop, so I will not be at the parade. I'm just going to tell you now. I'll be making heart-shaped pizzas all day. If you go to the parade, be safe, be happy, enjoy it. Uber if you got to. Take public transportation. But yes, what a fantastic roster. And I'm going to ask a question here. Do you think the players, I know the players know it means a lot to the fans, but do you think the players really know deep down inside how much it means to us? Because we're fans. Last night is why we fanned them. Last night is why we put out our blood, sweat, and tears for this team. That we revolve our lives around this team. Do they understand that, fans tear up when they win championships, not just the players? Do the players realize that people like me, who's had a bad 2 weeks, just picked my spirits up, and that's a lot of people like that? Do the players realize how much it means to us? Because it means everything to us. If you look at both Super Bowls, they came after Howie having the best free agent offseason in the NFL. Each of those followed really good drafts. Howie's a special character, Jason. Is there a comparable story to Howie in Philadelphia sports history? Player, coach, GM, anything. Because let me tell you something. Howie was in 2018, 2019, or 2016, 15, whatever it was. Hashtag fire Howie. Howie was a bad GM for a while. But now, Howie could stay in Philadelphia for the rest of his life, for all I care. The best GM we've seen. Is there a turnaround story quite like Howie Roseman in Philadelphia? Adam or Kyle, Super Bowl champs, baby, boom. I love saying it. Love saying it. It sounds so good. Who's going to give us that Kelsey level speech on Friday? We have a team of introverts. I think it's either Nick or CJ. CJ will be up there for sure. Jordan Mailata, I think he's got a little dog in him in a speech potentially, as long as he doesn't do it as a sing along. I think AJ Brown could, in theory, give a passionate speech. I'm not sure who else it could be. But Jason probably checking in from the Fairway to Heaven account. I love it. All are welcome. I would have rather beat Detroit to get to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl, but you know what? We'll take beating Washington. I got to throw a little thing. I'm just gleaning right now. I'm just on cloud nine. Maybe Landon Dickerson. I can see Landon, good old country boy, giving that speech. Sure. Lane Johnson could probably drop some F-bombs. Strike Duck, how you doing? How you feeling about one Mr. Nick Sirianni today, Duck? It's trending in the PM. We got our toasted marshmallow old fashioned. We're celebrating. We're cheersing. We're doing what we do. Mea culpa, mea culpa, mea maxima culpa. I was wrong about Coach Sirianni. That's your miracle. There you go. He was wrong. He admits it. Yet there's still people in my mentions on Twitter telling me that Jalen Hurts still ain't the real deal. Of course it's Jason. I haven't given Stevie the login yet, so it's got to be you. Obviously, it's either you or Jax. Hopefully, Jax is feeling good today. Howie better not leave us for the chat. He ain't leaving. Howie ain't ever going anywhere. Why would he? Why would he leave why would he? The only reason Howie Roseman ever leaves the Eagles, and I do see this as I doubtful, but a reason that he would leave, is if he finds a way to become an owner of a team. And obviously he doesn't have the billions that Lori, so he'd have to have financing there. Unless he finds a way to be an owner, he ain't ever leaving. Why would he? He's got a job for life here. Hell, if I'm Jeffrey Lurie, I'm sitting Howie Roseman down this week and being like, yo, it's time to give you a pay bump. Here's 2% ownership in the team for no money. Here, I'm just giving it to you. But you got to stay here for life. That's how special Howie Roseman is. Lurie unofficially verified more to the Saints. We'll get into that later this week, of course. Who's our next offensive coordinator? It's expected. It's funny. 2022, the Jonathan Gannon to the Cardinals distraction ruined that Super Bowl. The Kellen Moore to the Saints rumor didn't do a thing. Jonathan Gannon, let me tell you something about, or Kellen Moore. Let me tell you something about Kellen Moore. That offense last night stuck to Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley got shut down at 2.3 yards per carry. Still ran the ball 25 times. Running the ball. And what did that do? That opened up Devontae Smith deep. That opened up the A.J. Brown touchdown pass. Wide open. Opened up the pass to John Dotson that set up the first score. Didn't matter kept running the ball, sticking to what works. Kellen Moore's game plan and play calling last night, amazing. I don't think people realize how big Kellen Moore was last night. And it's going to be a loss losing him to the Saints. Now, I have faith that we can move on, but we'll get there. We'll deal with that when that time comes. We're crossing the 20 people on YouTube mark now. Concurrent viewers, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Please, there should be at least 20 likes. Hopefully more than 421 subscribers. Come on. Last time an Eagle was inducted into the Hall of Fame, the Eagles won the Super Bowl. It was Dawson. I saw somebody else tweet that out. That's a great one right there. I love that. The only part of Andy Reid's game plan that made sense was trying to eliminate Barkley. They ran the ball only 2 times through 3 quarters. Yeah. Andy Reid did not coach a team. Did not have the Chiefs ready. Did not make any halftime adjustments. That was classic Eagles Andy Reid last night. What's up, O'Rourke? Makes up for the Sixers, right? Winning that Super Bowl trophy. Makes up for it all. Barkley running was average, but was vital. So Saquon Barkley ran 25. I got the box score here. Hold on. Let me pull it up again. 25 carries for 57 yards, a 2.3 carry. But he did catch 6 balls out of the backfield. And Saquon Barkley last night, his blitz pickup blocking was phenomenal. I ain't succeeded on the ground. It's all about the title. That's all that matters. So I'm going to block my heart out. And that's what Saquon Barkley did. The ultimate team player right there. Saquon Barkley. You think has it hit the Giants yet that they let Saquon Barkley go to keep Daniel Jones and then lose Daniel Jones too? You think it's hit him yet? That still seems to be Andy's Achilles heel, bad time management, lack of committing to the run. Yeah. We are 2-0 in Super Bowl games that Carson Wentz is a part of. That's true. When Carson Wentz is on the bench, that is, right? Yeah. Carson Wentz and Andy Reid both finally helped lead the Eagles to a Super Bowl championship last night. Spags is so overrated, putting 8 and 9 guys in the box and letting Hurts just kill them. I don't know if Spags is overrated. Spags has got a great track record. But Spags got out-coached by Vic Fangio, hands down. I can't believe that was his first Super Bowl ever. Vic Fangio. Barkley was a workhorse out there, blocking, running into walls, catching balls out of the backfield. Whatever was necessary. Whatever was necessary. And that's what you love. Barkley costs me a nasty 7-leg parlay. I hit some bets, other bets I missed, but I had the Eagles win the Super Bowl from before the season hit, and I did bet a tenner on MVP Jalen Hurts, which was 3.5 to 1. So those 2 bets hit, which was very important. Very, very big bets to hit. One of the best plays of the game, Mahomes getting crushed and no penalty call on that. Look, we all were shaken on that first drive. When A.J. Brown gets called for that offensive passive interference on that deep ball on 4th down, we're all like, oh, here we go again. Here we go again. But then it didn't rattle the Eagles. They stuck to their game plan. They stuck to what they knew was going to work. Oh, I love it. That blitz pickup by Barkley on the Smitty bomb. Dude, it wasn't the only time he did it. It was the only one that resulted in a bomb to Smitty. But he was picking up blitzes left and right, Marshawn. Left and right. Wow, the Eagles are the best. They are the Super Bowl champions. Something Buffalo's never done. Only 30. We've got over 20 people watching, and there's only 13 likes. That means 7 of you aren't doing your job. Like, subscribe, share. That's all that matters. That's what I need. Let's build that algo. Mahomes, I think, got shell-shocked from actually getting tackled last night. Maybe. That Josh Sweat blitz, when he just drove in the end zone. The offensive lineman right into Patrick Mahomes. Josh Sweat got paid. Josh Sweat, I'm fine with Jalen Hurts winning the MVP. Josh Sweat might have gotten robbed of the MVP last night. There's a real argument that Josh Sweat should have been the MVP last night. Vic Fangio, I tweeted out last night, should the whole defense and defense coordinator have been the MVP? And it's people are like, no, it has to be one individual player. That's why most valuable player, not most valuable coach. It's like, no shit, people. What I put up with on Twitter, people calling those kind of things, saying those kind of things. I wouldn't say Spags is overrated, but he was thoroughly outcoached. That's what it is. He was just outcoached, plain and simple, by Kellen Moore and by Vic Fangio. Oh, yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome. The refs, for the most part, just let the players play. They did. I mean, there was 15 penalties called and accepted. 7 Chiefs penalties, 8 Eagles penalties. So they were still calling plays. But they, after that first, you had the A.J. Brown offensive pass interference. Then you kind of had the Dallas Goedert personal foul to his helmet. Borderline. But then after that, kind of just leveled out. I put them in to win after that one show, my man. There we go. There we go. Phil, can I shout out Hall of Fame Hurts? Absolutely. You can shout out Hall of Fame Super Bowl MVP, Jalen Hurts. So would have crushed the Bills. We would have. I don't care who we would have faced. You put the Bills in there last night. You put the Ravens in there last night. You put the Lions in there last night. We win them all. Nobody stopping that team last night. This Eagles team was on a mission. Sweat, Vaughn, and Williams are getting the bag. Isaiah Rodgers is as well. He's a free agent. Hell, there's an argument to be made that Oren Burks is going to get a bag. For sure. Who is out there? There's a lot of names, and I am going to prepare the show after Kellen Moore officially is named Saints coach. I will have a list together, and we'll talk about it. There are names out there. Kevin Petula probably going to get the job, but there are names, outside names that they can look at. I love how many different ways the Eagles can win games. Yeah. I mean, run the ball with a dominant run game. Jalen Hurts, stud, throwing the ball. Defense. They can do it all. Do it all. Yeah, Kevin Petula is my guess, too. He'll be the front runner, but I think they will bring in outside names. I think they will bring in outside people to interview, but Petula will be the leader in the clubhouse right now. Why the F do Pet feel they need to riot to celebrate? It's still a crime, and they are recording. Why the F do Pet? I don't recording it like idiots. I bet half the destruction was from Deco idiots. I'm missing some of that. Missing some of that there. Hurts is rising. Will he be the top quarterback? Will never be the top guy. That'll always be Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes got beat last night, but he's still the best quarterback in football. I want someone to do a highlight video, top and bottom screen of Cooper DeJean's pick 6 and Patrick Robinson's pick 6. I like that. I like that. Cooper DeJean, pick 6 in the Super Bowl on his birthday. How about them apples? How about that? Coop. I literally, Jason, scared Penelope so bad. Lying on the floor with her watching the game. He picked that off, and I started shouting, run, 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 run. She got up and left. Took herself right to bed. She wasn't having any of that. Is there anything quite like a pick 6 return? No, there's not. There's nothing like it. Jalen Hurts, Brian, what's up? Nolan Smith has a lot to offer for a speech. He's a talker. Sure. Line them all up. I'll listen to them all talk. Cooper's so great. 100%. Jalen Hurts is elite. I like to change it now. Instead of saying Jalen Hurts is elite, I just say Jalen Hurts is a stud. That's it. All of our free agents will be searching for that bag, but at what cost? If teams willing to give them the bag aren't considered contenders. Yeah, I mean, that all goes into it. Someone like Josh Sweat is going to take the money. He bet on himself this year. Someone like Milton Williams will take the money. Zach Bond could stay. This is an ideal situation. Becton, you probably let him walk because you got Steen there. You know, there's going to be some changes to this team. Has there been such a good roster? I don't think so. I don't think so. Why do people think rioting is acceptable to celebrate? Okay, rioting. Yeah, no, I agree. They record this crap and post it. It's like a crowd. Yeah, I bet half of those criminals don't trash us Delco people. Okay, I'm a Delco guy, Duck. You forget that, okay? The real Delco, like the Ridley area, all right? Springfield area. But you don't got to riot. I hate that shit. I do. Hurts was better passer than Mahomes this year. Yeah. I mean, I still put Patrick Mahomes as the best quarterback in football. But you now have a legit argument to put Jalen Hurts there with Josh Allen, with Lamar Jackson, and with Joe Burrow. Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL, and there is no debate about it. He's 2 through 4, somewhere in that range. There's no debate about it. Honestly, Hurts has outplayed Mahomes in both Super Bowls. That makes it more absolutely correct, Jason. But he lost the first one. This time he came through. This time he made the plays when necessary. That throw to Devontae Smith. Every person that's ever trash talked Jalen Hurts literally had like a little pit in their stomach when he nailed that bomb to Devontae Smith. They're like, oh, damn it, I was wrong, and everyone's going to call me out for it. He did ball out in the last Super Bowl, too. I get that. That's fine. Quentin Williams will take the bag somewhere else. But did you see Hunt last night? Alex Hunt was, Alex Hunt, when we drafted him, he was a project. But a project we were willing to take on because we had Smith. We had, picked up Bryce Huff. We had Brandon Graham. We had all these guys. So you had this project in Alex Hunt. Alex Hunt and Nolan Smith are your starting defensive end edge rushers next year. And I'm perfectly fine with that. How about Bryce Huff being a healthy scratch last night? That's got to be eating at him so bad. I'm all for the Bryce Huff redemption story next season. I am. But Alex Hunt will be the starter opposite of Nolan Smith next year. You heard that here first. I know Andy was confused seeing number 58 do a bow and arrow after sack. Yeah, absolutely. Hurts was also outplayed Mahomes and Casey last year. He did. Look, Jalen Hurts is a special son of a gun. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Do I think Brandon Graham is retiring? Yes, I do. He played like, a dozen snaps last night, too. A little bit more than I expected. Brandon Graham can happily retire as a 2-time Super Bowl champion now, Adam. I think he goes to greener pastures. I do. I know he dabbled with the idea of returning during the injury, but getting to play last night, I think that seals the deal for him. I think Brandon Graham's done. I think he's 36 years old. We're going to be cap strapped to begin with. I'm good with it. I'm good letting him walk away, let him retire. Brandon Graham won't go play elsewhere. If he wants to play and he's willing to come back on a cheap veteran minimum deal, sure. But I think Brandon Graham's time's done. I think it's good to I wouldn't be shocked. We talk about all the free agents, but other guys might be gone. It might have been Darius Slay's last game. He wants to play one more year. I'd like it to be here. Maybe he retires. Dallas Goedert might be gone after last night. Get a big cap savings by cutting him. So we'll see. I'm very interested to see how the boys come back next season with the same focus and hunger to become. Yeah, look, Jose, you listen to Jalen Hurts' words last night and today. He ain't satisfied. One Super Bowl, he still hears. There are still critics. He didn't do enough. He's already probably out there. A 660-pound squat isn't enough. I got to get to 700-pound squats next year. Jalen Hurts is not satisfied. They have to keep pushing, and I fully believe they will. When you have Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni leading the way, they're not gonna be satisfied. Nick Sirianni's a guy. He's going into the last year of his contract. No coach coaches on a lame duck contract. Almost never. Mike McCarthy was something special there. Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman are going to have to pay Nick Sirianni. You can't let Nick Sirianni go into the last year of his deal. Nick Sirianni's next up. He's going to need a big contract. Can we keep Bond? We just might be that team that is the first to repeat. I think, here's a funny thing. I think Zach Bond would have probably been let go before Nakobe Dean got hurt. But Nakobe Dean's injury, and I know they say he could be ready for the start of the season. Because of the injury, I don't think he'll be ready to start the season. So I think they try to keep Zach Bond. And then they have Trotter Jr. and Dean. Trotter Jr. till Dean comes back, and then Dean. I think they try to keep Bond. Out of all our free agents, I'd like to see them keep Becton, but you have Steen ready to go. I expect them to try very hard to keep Zach Bond. And why wouldn't you? Dude, I just want to win a Super Bowl every year. Damn straight. How many more do we got to go? 3 more to be. The Cowboys got, 5? We got 2 now. Sirianni isn't on the cap. No, I know. But you very rarely let your coach the last year without a contract extension, especially if you're keeping him. With 1 year left, you typically extend your coach to give them that job security. So if not, then the coach has to worry about, is he coaching for his job week to week next year? So you give him that job security. You give him a 3-year extension, 5-year extension, some point this offseason. I know it doesn't count towards the cap, though. First team to 3-peat. They got to pay Nick and Kellen so we can keep Clint Hurt. Clint Hurt had an amazing season. Defensive line coach. Jalen Carter went up. Alex Hunt, massive. Nolan Smith went up. Moro Jomo. A lot of names went up. Steen was good last night when he came in. Absolutely. Tyler Steen, I'm perfectly comfortable with Tyler Steen playing left guard or right guard. I really, truly believe that Mekhi Becton was pretty special. And I don't think we realize it. But he's going to get paid. So I don't think you could pay Mekhi Becton. We probably won't catch the Cowboys, but be definitely going to pass. Look, let's just take one at a time. All right. What's up, Rosa? How you doing? They need to get Myles Garrett. Let Sweat walk, re-sign Milton Williams. Would you put Milton Williams as more important? Let's say. Arnaldo, Rosa. Would you put Milton Williams ahead of Zach Bond on the importance meter? The Eagles and Clint Hurt have developed defensive linemen easily. We very rarely find an elite wide linebacker. We can find the next Milton Williams. Can we find the next Zach Bond? On the Myles Garrett thing, I'm not crazy about Myles Garrett because it's going to cost you. A, he's got a huge contract. B, it's going to cost you at least 2 first-round picks plus a player. A Myles Garrett trade is going to cost you ballpark this year and next year's first round. Okay? Maybe you can get rid of Dallas Goedert in the deal. And it's going to cost you Alex Hunt. Something like that. That's kind of package that they're going to be looking for. Because there's going to be half a dozen teams that are going to offer equal things. Just so you know. Yeah. Where's the delusional righteous Eagles fans? We're all right here. All right? I don't want to know what Matty B's title of his shows are this week. Because that boy was a grouch all year long. And he hit the Eagles all year long. Now he's probably cheering on that Super Bowl victory just like everybody else. Exhausting. Following up yesterday's busy day, exhausting. It's crazy how everyone wanted Nick fired in the beginning of the season. Yeah, told y'all before the season that he was staying the coach, and we were fine with it. Told y'all that Nick Sirianni was the man. It was funny. One of my coworkers was like, "This Sweat guy is good." I laughed and rattled off like 7 more big playmakers on defense. Yeah, Josh Sweat had a hell of a game. Should have been the MVP, but he can go. Let Becton walk. We still have Tyler Steen. Yeah, I get it. Becton was a great story. I will not. Bond, definitely. Okay, gotcha. And you don't want to give up all that. Exactly. And Rosa, pleasure to meet you. Hope you're enjoying yourself, celebrating. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, people. We still have 421 subscribers. Start at 421. The goal is 500 as soon as possible. And I can turn super chats off. You guys can start paying me for my work. Then the goal is 1,000. Then the goal is 10,000. Then the goal is 100,000. Let's go. Let's line up those, just like the Eagles lined them up and knocked them down. Let me line up those goals and knock them down. I said we got playmakers. It's going to be BTA for whoever plays us. Yeah. Bond is priority number one by a large margin. Yeah, I think I agree. I love Milt Williams. We got a lot of decisions to make on defense. How about that? Let's say it that way. A lot of decisions to make on defense. The offense is going to be basically the same. Just sub out Steen or sub out Becton with Steen, and it's going to be maybe a new tight end. The rest of the offense is going to be the same. Bring Bond back and try like hell to get Milton back. Don't think you can afford both, to be honest with you. Sorry. 24 Eagles are now the new 85 Bears. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I thought Nick would be fired by week 3. A lot of you did. I kept telling you, relax. Yay, we gained 1 new subscriber today. Super Bowl champions gained me 1 subscriber. Yay. We're going to keep going here. Maybe we'll gain a few more. Yeah, we're trying. I'm busting my ass, Judd. Busting my ass for this channel. You do know that since I went solo, started the STT Sports Network, I did that during the Eagles bye week. I came up with this name. I came up with this logo for the network. Obviously, Trey in the AM has always been around. But since I started the STT Sports Network during the bye week, the Eagles have lost 1 game to the Commanders in week 16, and that's it, and are Super Bowl champions. You can all thank me. And all you guys got to do for me is help me get that subscriber count up. Let's go. I've crossed all the viewership thresholds to monetize this channel. I've crossed everything except for the subscriber count. That's what I need. Do you guys just not like me? Yes, that's exactly what it is. We drafted tight end and O-line first 2 rounds. Yeah, maybe. I mean, you never put it past Howie, defensive end, or defensive tackle either. Lane Johnson, you're going to need his eventual replacement. That's a 2nd or 3rd round pick. Tight end, do you draft a tight end in the 1st round? Doubt it. I can see the Eagles not even drafting in the 1st round. They got the 32nd pick. I can see Howie trading back, picking up more assets. We'll see how it plays out. I got to get into my draft research soon here. With Howie, everything possible, but Bond find a be a fortune. Yeah. The defense is well-rounded. A lot of guys do a lot of different things well. They're not one-trick ponies. Love that comment. Love that comment. The thing is, the turnover on this team is going to be on defense. So Howie Roseman's work is going to have to be on defense. We'll see what he does. I want to see 3-headed monsters at running back next year, and next OC needs to come in here with RPOs in his playbook. Again, it's probably going to be Kevin Petula. We'll see. Eagles were undefeated this year when Hurts, AJ, Devontae finished the game. Yeah. They're 16-1 with me running this channel on my own. No help. Doing it myself. I think all Philly for crushing Mahomes. We saved the country. The country was Eagles fans last night. The country was rooting for us. And we didn't let them down. Let's get Howie or Jim. Oh, good luck, Adam, with that one. You're asking to get 2 of the biggest gets humanly possible. That ain't happening. I mean, I'll try, but the odds of that are slim. I want a pass rusher. Yeah, pass rusher is going to be part of the draft process. Interior will be because you're going to have to replace Milton Williams. I don't know. I don't know where Howie will go with the draft. Last year, we needed cornerbacks. We knew that, and we got them. I don't know where we'll go. What is up, any sports? We are celebrating a Super Bowl championship. And guys, this is trending in the PM on the STT Sports Network tonight. We are drinking old fashions. We're celebrating. We're talking the future. We're talking, what are the critics going to say next about our Philadelphia Eagles? And how are they going to knock us down next? Wentz is seething. The Eagles are 2-0 in the Super Bowl when Carson Wentz is on the bench. Don't forget that, Judd. Don't forget that. Maybe Carson Wentz is our luck charm. Maybe Tom Brady is. Tom Brady announced it was okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. But both our Super Bowl victories, Tom Brady was in the building. Don't forget that. Just saying. Kenny Pickett got a ring before Carson Wentz. There's another big offseason decision. Kenny Pickett or Tanner McKee. One's getting traded. Both have Super Bowl rings. One's getting traded. And I could see whoever who's texting me here. Obviously, I'm getting a text message. Just Verizon. I get a text message from Verizon all the time. Your bill is due on X date, and it's scheduled to come out of your account. Would you like to pay sooner? Click here. When am I ever going to pay my Verizon bill early? When it auto debits on the day? Why would I do that? You know, why do they send that text message? I don't know. You're going to have to Kellen Moore goes to New Orleans. He needs a quarterback. They're cap strapped. I could totally see Kellen Moore trading for one or the other. You'll get more in a trade for Tanner McKee, and Kenny Pickett's a fine backup. Maybe we get rid of Kenny Pickett. I don't know. Just saying. It's going to happen. We said it all along, a well-balanced offense is better than just throwing a ton. Yeah. And that's what we want. Hey, despite the fact that we ran the ball poorly with Saquon, Jalen ran really well. They kept to it. They kept running the football and feeding them. And you know what that did? That is how. That's how Devontae Smith was open. That's how A.J. Brown was open. Very underrated addition to Eagles' success was Phil Stiefel on the STT Sports Network. Hey, I'm trying to tell you. It's all thanks to me. That Super Bowl's on me. And all I'm asking for is a few hundred subscribers more. It was crazy that Andy would not let Wentz even get. Yeah, I mean, you couldn't throw Carson out there for some garbage time minutes. Come on. Poor Carson. They're going to parrot JJ McKee will be traded somewhere. Going to parrot JJ. I think McKee gets traded. Whether it's Kellen Moore takes him or someone else, he's getting traded. Kenny Pickett for the Honey Badger. I don't want the Honey Badger. I don't want that loser in town. Trade McKee, bigger return. Absolutely agree with you. You'll get a lot more for Tanner McKee. Absolutely, for sure. Jalen had like 2 20-yard quarterback sneaks. Jalen Hurts just did it all. You know why? Because Jalen Hurts can do it all. That is why. Jalen Hurts is the man. That's why. Barkley scared Casey so much they sold out on the run. Yeah. But Jalen Hurts can't throw the football. Jalen can't throw deep. Jalen Hurts can't throw when the blitz is coming. Jalen Hurts this, Jalen Hurts that. Jalen Hurts is a freaking Super Bowl MVP for a reason. All right? Whether it's running the ball or throwing the ball, Jalen Hurts is a Super Bowl MVP, and you can't teach that. Boom. Boom. They are going to parrot Jim Jones' line that we sold out for the Super Bowl, and we will be bad for. No. We ain't going to be bad next year, let alone for a decade. This Eagles team is going to be right there again next year. Without a shadow of a doubt. You say I don't say my old lines enough. Without a shadow of a doubt. We're going to be right back there next year. Mark it down now. I'll keep Tanner and stop signing middle-of-the-road quarterbacks. Nah, those middle-of-the-road quarterbacks are great backups. It was Eagles' run game that opens up the pass game. And it did. And they stuck to it. They stuck with it. I love it. The fact that he had 56 yards, but they still ran the ball 25 times with him. Saquon's got to be sore as hell today. Let's just say that. But you know what? They stuck with it. I know, Edward, this is, I forgot about this stat, but I got to remind everybody, just like you, the Kansas City Chiefs had 23 yards, 23 total rushing and passing combined yards at halftime. Just think about that. I mean, with 3 minutes left in the game, Mahomes, I don't even know what Mahomes' numbers were. Most of his 250 yards passing were in the last 3 minutes of the game. We straight up dominated the Kansas City Chiefs. Arguably one of the top 4 quarterbacks of all time. Straight up dominated. Arguably one of the 2 or 3 best tight ends of all time. Dominated. One of the best 5 coaches of all time. Straight up domination. That's it. Mahomes had a QBR of 1 at the half. Can you not go to 0? Do you have to have at least a 1? Patrick Mahomes did. I tweeted out at halftime that I told y'all, I don't think the Chiefs realized what they were walking into. Let me tell you something. I don't think they realized it. I think they got smacked in the face. They're like, oh, shit. The Eagles are good. I don't think they realized it. I love smash mouth football mixed with a nice smooth pass. Yeah. Yeah. We didn't have to throw the ball all year. Didn't mean we couldn't throw the ball all year. We ran and dominated great run defenses and bad run defenses all year long. Well, the Chiefs stopped our run game. So you know what we did? We threw the ball. And I'll say it. Said it earlier in the show. I've said it for like 10 weeks now. The 2024 Philadelphia Eagles defense is the greatest defense in Philadelphia Eagles history. No one will convince me otherwise. Smash mouth football. They might not have the Hall of Fame names yet. Let me tell you something. This defense did their job. 47 more. That means we're still stuck at 422. Guys, if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you have, click share. Make sure you click like. Because we're at 422. Man, I wanted 500 subscribers so bad by the Super Bowl. And I couldn't get there. I'm busting my hump here for 1 subscriber at a time. They were so busy with the 3-peat that they forgot they still had to play the game. Damn straight they forgot. And Mitchie Poo, what is up, my man? As always, you're killing it too. We're Super Bowl champions, Mitch. This is why we do what we do, right? This is what we do it for. Chiefs realized Eagles were better than what they thought. Yeah. Yeah. They got a rude awakening. They got smacked right in the mouth. They're like, shit, we actually got to play this game. Then they realized they weren't on the same level as us. One of my friends is a professional bettor and a Cowboys fan. He told me 2 months ago that he picked the Eagles to win the Super Bowl in dominant fashion. I asked him last night how did he know? Because the script was written. All the script was already written that we were beating them, right? Like, I bet the Eagles to win the Super Bowl before the season started. This is the greatest hit I've ever had. Not the biggest hit, just the greatest hit. That was the greatest $80 deposited into my bankroll of all time right there. And I'm going to remember that. I got that screenshot. Love it. We're Super Bowl champions, guys. We are Super Bowl champions. And ain't nobody can take that away from us. I don't care what Washington says all offseason. I don't care what the Chiefs say. I don't care what Cowboys fans say. I don't care about the 49ers fans. We are Super Bowl champions. We are reigning, defending, undisputed Super Bowl champions. The Chiefs didn't play a great all-around like us till yesterday. Chiefs did not play a good game. We can't say that did the Chiefs not play a good game, or did we just dominate them that much? He told me that he used advanced analytics to grade Eagles and Chiefs, and he said the Eagles were graded 3 times better than the Chiefs, and the final score showed that. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I never wavered in my opinion that this Eagles team was a Super Bowl team. I never did. Did you see the NFL trolling the fans, showing the script in the Tom Cruise intro? I missed the intro. I left the pizza shop at 6:06. I got home as they were lining up to kick the kickoff. Okay? Sat down on my TV, turned it on. The kickoff was going. Didn't really pay attention to too many of the commercials. Skipped most of halftime. Had a lot to do. But you know what? I missed the Cruise intro, though. We are the kings of the hill of the NFL. We're the kings. For at least the next 12 months, we are the kings. And East Sports. Nobody can take that away from us. Nobody can take that away from us. As we continue to have fun here, being the Super Bowl champions, if you guys got thoughts on commercials, if you guys got thoughts on the halftime show, if you got thoughts on anything else from Super Bowl Sunday. Taylor Swift, the president being there, whatever. Kendrick Lamar, whatever you want to talk about from the Super Bowl, let me know. I'll do my best. William Dafoe paddleball commercial was the best one. I did thoroughly enjoy the Snoop and Tom Brady commercial. Had a great message in it, obviously. The Harrison Ford Jeep commercial, as a Jeep owner, love that commercial. I love the message in that commercial. I do like the William Dafoe. It was it Michelob Ultra or Bud Light, or it was a beer commercial, the paddleball commercial. That was a really funny one. Super Bowl commercials are boring to me. They really don't do much to me or for me. Played so much Madden when I was little. Always played the GM mode and made a dynasty. Here we are 15 years later. And it's actually like I made it to all those. Yeah. I think Howie Roseman's kind of feels like he's playing Madden. I think Howie Roseman feels like he could do no wrong. You see Howie Roseman like getting down in the dance circle in the locker room afterwards? Jeffrey Lurie did. Jeffrey Lurie's dance move is the elbow. I don't know if you guys noticed that. When Jeffrey Lurie got into the dance thing, he just was going like this. Howie Roseman was trying. You can tell he's a little short white boy, but it was Michelob Ultra. It was Michelob Ultra. Yeah, I got you. It was a good commercial, the Dafoe one. I like the Harrison Ford Jeep one. That was a quality commercial. But honestly, I missed a lot of them because I don't expect them to be good anymore. I don't want to hear anybody criticizing the tush push. I personally don't like the team tush push. I like the name Philly Shove better, but team's going to prove. Look, if the tush push was so easy to do, everybody would do it. But nobody else could do it like us. I don't like the Philly Shove or the brotherly shove. What did we call it last year? The butt scratch something? I forget. Peanut had a name. Where's Peanut these days? Peanut had a cool name for it last year. In the chat. They're going to try to make the tush push illegal again. It's not going to happen. And if it does, we'll find another way to win. This is a dream. If it is, don't wake me up. Adam, hence the title of the show. Pinch me. I am dreaming. Because I'm dreaming too. It's great. Dude, I went to bed last night half drunk, I don't even know how I fell asleep. And I woke up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, knowing my alarm was set for 5. I just woke up and I'm just like, big smile on my face. Like, why am I smiling? Oh, yeah, that's right, because we won the Super Bowl. This is going to carry me on through the dog days of winter, through the dog days of the NBA season, through the dog days of Josh Harris telling Sixers fans, we're going to make a playoff run here. Who gives a shit? The Phillies first practices in like 2 days, pitchers and catchers. Who cares? I don't. I mean, I'm going to care, but you know what I'm saying. Super Bowl champions. It's all that matters. It's all that matters. And yet we're still being disrespected. They're only the 4th best team next year already in the power rankings. I thought being Super Bowl champions instantly got you the number 1 seed or number 1 spot in the next year's power rankings to start the year. At least before the draft or free agency. I guess not. I guess you still got to hate on the Philadelphia Eagles somehow. Right? Who in the chat, who's going to the parade on Friday? I will not. I know a lot of people have reached out to me on Twitter. Mitch, Sam, a couple others that are going to be in the area for the parade. They all want to come to the pizza shop as well. I'll be there off and on all week. Friday's Valentine's Day. I will be in the shop on Valentine's Day, heart-shaped pizzas. The Tubi Flesh Cowboys hat commercial had the best line in there. Son, the Zeltergeist always changes. I did not see that one. Was that the, I know what you're talking about with the cowboy helmet hat thingy. I don't remember. I remember seeing it, but I don't remember actually paying attention to it. Of course you're going to the parade, Adam. There's going to be millions of people there. Adam, 100 free pizzas. If you get me 1,000 new subscribers at the parade, just walk around, get the QR code for the YouTube page, walk around the parade and get subscribers. You find me 1,000 subscribers on the parade, I'll give you $1,000 of free pizza. Spread out over time. You can have free pizza for a year if you get me 1,000 subscribers on the parade route. I'm going to stay home and watch on TV. I'll be watching at the pizza shop. I'm so pissed I haven't sold my house yet. Otherwise, me and my son would be at the parade. I just don't do parades. I don't do big crowds. I'd rather watch it on TV. Maybe next year. Maybe. When we win it next year, maybe. I went to the last one and it was great, but I'm old. The last Super Bowl parade in 17, I signed up for Uber and I drove people back and forth to train stations throughout Chester County. I picked them up, took them to the Exton train station, or picked them up and took them to the one out by the Grand Era Mall. I made myself a killing on parade day, just driving people back and forth to the parade, to the trains for the parade. That's what I did. I monetized the parade. That's just me. I'm not going to sit and watch the people go by for 30 seconds and then be done. Yeah, I did not go to the Phillies one either. I regret that one. That was on Halloween in 08. Halloween's one of our busy days. So the Phillies parade was on Halloween. The Eagles parade's on Valentine's Day. Go figure. Two of my busiest days of the year outside of the Super Bowl. So can't be not near the shop on those days. Plus, again, hate the crowds. So it is what it is. But if you're going, be safe. Tell people to subscribe while you're there. I'm telling you. Lots of free pizzas for every subscriber. You get me. Went to the Phillies parade. It was great. The Phillies parade was probably a blast. And I was younger. We're pushing 17 years now since that parade. What's that? 25? 8? Yeah, 17 years. I was a lot younger 17 years ago. I could have hung back then. Now I can't hang. Can't hang anymore. But whatever. Guys, we're Super Bowl champions. Say it with me, everybody. We are Super Bowl champions. The great Rick is in the house. You're right. There was a lot of us that were really close on this prediction. Rick, guess what? I don't know if you know this yet, Rick, but we are Super Bowl champions. Let that sink in. Champions. We're champions. We are champions. Rick, let that sink in. How amazing is that? Yeah, you can print out a code. Absolutely. I'll DM you a copy of it. I just don't know which. I mean, you come up with a new Facebook page and new Twitter account every other day. So I'm not sure. Send me a DM and I'll send you a code. All right, I got one on my phone. For sure. We are the champions. We are the champions of the world. I love it. Dude, I'm so happy right now. This is so much fun. Just to say we're champions. I don't care about the offseason. Later this week, we'll start thinking about that. Later this week, we'll think about other things. Right now, all there is to think about, we're champions, man. Shout out to Eric Encourt. Yo, this is why we do this. It's why I bust my ass every day to come on here with you guys. It's why I bust my ass every morning to wake up when I don't want to. It all pays off when your team wins a title. Last time Dallas won a Super Bowl, Hurts was 2 years old. Yeah. That's something right there. All right. You know, the morbid thing that I saw last night, and I got to address this because it's one of those things that really, really touched home for me a little bit. I don't know if you guys know. I've had a rough 2 weeks. Obviously, my dog passed away. Friend of mine dropped of a heart attack on Thursday of this past week. So I had some loss in my life lately. But, you know, growing up as a Eagles fan, a Phillies fan, watched sports with my dad and stuff like that. They were talking about on Eagles postgame live, or maybe it was on Twitter. I forget where I heard it, that there were people breaking into St. Peter and Paul Cemetery out in Delco, out by O'Hara there, to celebrate the victory with their loved ones, with where their loved ones were buried. And that's where my dad is. That's where my grandma is. Where my family goes. Dude, I heard that last night. I was just like, oh, that just touched home. So big. So big. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, wow, I would love to go crack a cold one with my pops real quick and celebrate this victory. It really would. Yeah, it was sudden. Got a phone call Thursday morning at my pizza shop from my buddy's aunt saying that my man had passed away. And thank you, Duck. It was shocking. I know he had heart problems and he was in the hospital for a couple months this past year, but he was doing great. He was back to work. Just tough one. But you know what? The Eagles kind of picked my spirits up yesterday. Aaron Rodgers out. Yeah, hey, good. Good for him. Who cares about him? Said last week the Chiefs dynasty ends on Sunday. Dynasty begins. That's fantastic. I'm so happy. Them Bills better. Yeah, that's right. Tell Kellen to run it back. Todd, good evening. Trending in the PM here. Why would you want the New Orleans job, Kellen? I know they're going to pay you a lot, but come on. Come on. Thank you. Thank you. It's been a long 2 weeks. It's been a long 2 weeks for me. And my psyche, not there. But you know what? Days like yesterday, nights like last night, those little wins put a smile on my face. And that wasn't a little win. That was a huge win. There was a little tear or two there, for sure, last night. So cheers to everybody. Everybody's lost somebody that they love to celebrate a championship with. Can you say your friend's name? Oh, yeah. I mean, his name's Ace. Ace, he owned Throwback Sports Lounge in Hockessin, Delaware, sports bar. I've hosted shows live from Throwbacks before. Talking 215, my boys Jake and Scoot, they've hosted their show from there before. Yeah. I don't know what's going to happen to his bar now, but shame. It's a fantastic sports bar. So Ace, he wasn't even an actual Eagles fan. He was a Colts fan. DJ extraordinaire, poker player extraordinaire, bartender extraordinaire, but to Ace. There you go. We're all champions today, Todd. We're all champions. Nola is nice, but the Saints got nothing and won't have nothing for years. Moore is going to them or is going to turn them around, and they are going to fire him because look. They're cap hell. They don't have a quarterback. I don't even think they have a first-round draft pick this year, right? So, yeah, I wouldn't want that job. That's right. Bubbles up. And the old man Al. My man. I'm glad Kellen Moore stayed focused on the Super Bowl. Absolutely. I love Nick Sirianni after the Super Bowl saying, yo, Kellen, let's run it back. Let's do it. Why not? Why not? I'm not doubting your opinion. I'm just saying I'm not sure that's the direction I would go. I know Kevin Patul is going to be a name. I got a list I was working on. We'll see. We'll get into that in the coming days and weeks. But, yeah, I don't know if I'm ready for the Frank Reich reunion. I get the connection with Nick Sirianni, though. Yeah, I mean, you were there when we did the live show, too, Adam, right? Yeah, might be gone now. I like your sports analyzing more than other. Hey, I appreciate that. This is not, there's no analysts here today. This is just a celebration today. We'll get back to the analysis this week. Today is just a celebration. Then we get to it. This is the only channel. I pride myself on this, Any Sports. Make sure you tell everybody to come to this channel. You don't got to pay to have your opinions heard here. You don't got to pay. Everywhere else you go, you got a super chat to get your, like, I appreciate super chats once I monetize this channel. Sure. But you don't got to. Whether you tip me 0 or $1 million. Your opinions matter. And that's what I want this channel to be. This is the place where you need to come to have your opinions heard. Absolutely. Absolutely. So ready to be insufferable. Dynasty fan. Look, we are all delusional Eagles fans today. Righteous, delusional Eagles fans. Celebration time. Come on. That's right. It's a celebrate good times. Come on. Right? Today we are Rick James. Fly, Eagles, fly. Love it. Love it. Love it. We are. We're celebrate good times. Come on. Yeah. Look, I'm just happy today. It's not the alcohol talk. This is my first drink still. Probably my only drink of the night, too. I could literally fall asleep right now, but we're not going to do that just yet. Guys, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. Let's go. Let's get this. We better be over 1,000 subscribers by kickoff week 1 next year. Damn straight. Celebrate it with after a few hazy IPAs and a nice. No. I had the latter part there last night. I was drinking red wine last night. I was drinking a good little a couple glasses of Paisano. That was my go-to drink last night with the other stuff. Reich isn't the innovative OC. Absolutely agree. I don't think Reich is the answer. He'll be a popular name, but I don't think he's the answer. He might be the answer, or he might be the choice. Don't know if he's the answer. I want a young offensive name. Or the only reason why I would consider Frank Reich actually is because he's going to need to have success somewhere for several years before he gets another head coaching opportunity. And I want my next offensive coordinator to be here for a minimum of 2 years. So maybe in that sense, if Frank Reich's got anything left in the tank, maybe this is the right place for him. Has anybody ever heard the phrase belt to ass in their lives as much as today? I don't know. I never had the belt to the ass. Well, maybe once or twice. I used to get the yardstick to the ass. That was what I always heard. If Nick Sirianni was here, he'd say bubbles, screens, up. That's right. What a day. What a day it's been, guys. This is fantastic. And I'm so glad everybody's fine. Everybody's tuning in, coming and going as they go about their dinner post Monday. Did anybody take off from work today because they celebrated too much? Reich with turn Hurts into Phillip Rivers. That would not be good. We don't need that. Look, we'll get to the Reich. We'll get to the Kellen Moore. Once Kellen Moore's officially the coach, well, then we can talk about Kellen Moore's replacement. It'd be a great fit here. His offense with Hurts at the helmet would be dynamic, just like it was in 2017. Maybe I'd be cautiously optimistic, but I'd have concerns. I want the next Kellen Moore, an innovative mind, a young mind, a hungry mind. We got some names. We'll get into them. Rick took off today. Good for you. Nick got slammed with that Gatorade. He did. He did. I love Nick Sirianni. I'm just so happy for Nick Sirianni. Can I say, you all know I'm a Jalen Hurts guy. You all know I profess my love and unwavering support of Jalen Hurts on a regular basis. But I don't think I profess my unwavering support for Nick Sirianni enough. And I'm just so happy. That guy's got knocked down as many times as Jalen Hurts, and he just keeps on ticking. Took off today and tomorrow. Oh, lucky you. Lucky you. I literally opened my door and yelled the Slim Reaper scored a tutty. Oh, man. When he caught, like, it wasn't even necessary to throw that bomb. Like, what are they doing? Oh, my God, they scored again. That was just like pouring gasoline on the fire. Everybody took, I took the second half of the day off, I guess, because I went in at 6 a.m., got up at 5, was in the shop at 6, made pizzas till 11. I worked a good, 5 hours of making pizzas, got home by about 12, cooked a little dinner and chilled out. Yeah, I think the Pump Man jumped. Pump Man's probably in some other chat. I don't comment on other shows often, but I do watch a lot of the other shows, and I see some of you all in the chats. I see Pump Man bashing Jalen Hurts all the time in other shows. It's not just here. At least he's consistent. So to continue the dynasty, we're going to want to grab Colston Loveland. I don't think Tyler Warren will be available and cost too much. We are going to be moving on, I firmly believe, from Dallas Goedert. We don't just need another tight end. We need 2 tight ends. You need your starting tight end. You need a tight end 2. You need to improve the tight end room. That's probably the unsung biggest deal. The Pump Man apologized on it. Did he? Good for him. He's got to still come and apologize here, Nooms. He's got to apologize to Core 12. I need to see it here. He's consistently consistent. I don't like to tell anybody their opinions are stupid, Anthony. I'll just say I consistently disagree with his consistently consistent opinions. We'll just leave that. Anthony, calling his opinion stupid is completely counter of what I want this show to be, which is where all opinions matter. We don't always have to agree, but they all matter. So I accept his opinion. I just want him to admit that he was wrong in his opinion. Loveland won't be there at 32. I don't even know who Loveland is. The only tight end I know is Warren because he was a Penn Stater. That's it. Without a shadow of a doubt, Rick, the best head coach in Eagles history. Maybe the best coach in football right now. Shocking? Is it too crazy to say that Nick Sirianni is the best coach in football at the moment? I almost had a scoregasm when Hurts connected with Dotson. Pump Man apologized on Celia's show with a big super chat. He's dropping big super chats over there. I can't get those big super chats here because I don't have that subscriber number up. Man, I saw Matty B in last night, but didn't listen to it. Whatever. The haters are going to hate. That's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do. Oh, well. I'm not going to hate. I'm going to enjoy the last couple sips of my toasted marshmallow old fashioned. We're going to chat for a little bit longer. Maybe gain one more subscriber. While Pump Man is dropping big super chats. Oh, man. Dotson actually stood real tall in the post. Look, Jahan Dotson, man. Give him props, man. The guy was a top wide receiver last year. Got traded here and had to take a back seat to the greatest tandem in wide receivers in football, Jalen Hurts, or A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, and Saquon Barkley. Props to Dotson for never complaining once about his diminished role here in Philadelphia. Never complaining once about anything. Props massively to Jahan Dotson. I only had Jack Daniels left, so when I had it for the first time on the cruise over New Year's, they were using Buffalo Trace, which I'm not normally a fan. It took a little while to find the chocolate bitters. It took a little while to find the marshmallow, the vanilla marshmallow syrup. But this isn't. I don't like old fashions because regular bitters don't do it for me. Let me tell you something. The cocoa bitters, the marshmallow syrup, and the Jack, man. Let me tell you something. It's a mean drink. It's got a nice little sweetness to it. I love it. I love it. Ironically, there's another D-line coming out of Michigan that actually wearing 55. Hey, good. We already picked up one. We picked up Trot Jr. Let's pick up Graham Jr. then, right? I'm gonna start betting people to sub to your channel. Hey, let's go. I need this up. I need this up and going. I need to make some money. Make people bet to sub. Let's go. I don't know what bet to sub means, but let's go. I need to make this bigger and better by kickoff next year. We won't be kicking off in Brazil. We'll be kicking up somewhere else. There's no reason why this channel don't got 1,000, 10,000, 20,000 subscribers. I know it's only been since late September, but if the Eagles win, they have to sub. I've tried that a few times. We are champions. Let's enjoy it and don't worry about the other teams. Truth. Dotson got a ring before all the guys talk dirt behind his back leaving D.C. Truth. No offense. I'm not trying to prop myself up on this victory Super Bowl Monday. But there's no reason why this channel don't got 10,000 subscribers. Right? Is there anything else I got to do? I think we put out a quality product here. Something that nobody else is doing. Putting you guys first. Nobody else puts the fans first like I do right here. I got a lot of opinions that I want to talk about. But I keep them to myself. I just listen to you guys. I could ramble for an hour and not listen to you guys. You have Michigan loaded with talent. Again, this is the part of the season or the year where now I start to realize I need to pay attention to college football because I don't know about any of these people, right? So I got to start doing my research at work during the downtimes. Is Joe Showing going to be the guest of honor at the parade? He should be. He should be. The Eagles need to send him a basket of something. You know what? He didn't get fired. But now, if I was the owner of the Giants, I'd be like, you know what? On second thought, you're fired. Made a nice old-fashioned with cinnamon simple syrup and some star anise and a cinnamon stick. Tasty holiday theme. Maybe. Interesting. I got to think about this one. I love cinnamon flavored stuff. That would be something. That would be something. Show some cleavage. Mista changed his profile picture. If I showed cleavage, you would see my hairy ass chest too. So we don't need that, Mista. All right. We lose 400 subscribers if I start showing some of that cleavage. You know, I got plenty of man boobs to show off too, by the way. But yeah, there should be. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna move on from that comment right there. We're still stuck at 422. What the F, guys? How are we still stuck at 422 subscribers? There are 19 likes on this video. That is a positive. That is a positive for sure. We need to pull our money and get a huge billboard near the Meadowlands that just says "Thank you, Giants." Yeah. 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 Shave the beard. I offered. Said 1,000 subscribers, I'd shave the beard. Nobody subscribe. I ain't shaving the beard for free. I'd shave it live on the air. It actually needs trim. It's getting a little shaggy. My hair's getting a little long too. You might not be able to tell, but it's a little frowy right now. Shady had me laughing today. He repped us well. Phil's showing hairy chest on the billboard. No, we ain't showing none of that. We ain't showing none of that. My Manchu ain't coming out for anybody. No matter how many subscribers I get. That stays tucked away. Guys, we're past the 90-minute mark of trending in the PM here. And yes, we are still 90 minutes in, the Super Bowl champions of the world. Jalen Hurts is still a stud, still an MVP. Nick Sirianni is still my coach and your coach too. I don't know what the schedule is going to be like the rest of this week. Tomorrow, I'm doing this show, so we probably won't go live tomorrow morning. Got Fairway to Heaven tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Talking this week's golf tournament. The Genesis Invitational. Wednesday, we'll be back live at 8 a.m. Thursday, I got like 5 catering orders, so maybe have to skip Thursday. Friday, we'll be back at 8 a.m. for Valentine's Day. Maybe if it's slow, maybe I'll go live from the pizza shop Friday afternoon during the parade. Maybe. We'll think about it. Maybe. We'll see. The show's not over. Unless you want it to be over, Rick. We can keep going. I'm not ready to go. I got nothing to do. 6:30. But once I'm done this, I'm going to bed. So I ain't done. I might have a little something. Maybe what you said earlier. Sirianni is such a great head coach. I'm so happy for Nick Sirianni. We also put a pause on the Travis Taylor engagement. I know. She's probably breaking up with him right now for losing. At least we have this. We have this. I needed this. We have this. I needed this. We all needed this. Again, I'll ask the question I asked at the beginning of the show. Do the players realize how important and how meaningful this is to us, the fans? Like, I'm sure they know it means to us. But they really know how much it means to us? How much joy it brings us? What if Phil's beer is actually made from all the chest hairs of the 17 Eagles? What? What is that? How many have you been drinking today, Eric? I will say the show has to end soon because my drink's pretty much empty. I just have to get over the Nick leads differently than I think. It's no different, Duck, than people have to get over the fact that Jalen plays quarterback differently, but still leads us to victory. It's the same argument about Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni. You just got to accept it. Hope you enjoyed it yesterday, Adam. Made quite a few pizzas yesterday and quite a few wings. I definitely was not prepared. I definitely underestimated on some products yesterday, but we got through it all. But, I had this weird feeling that the Super Bowl was going to be slow, pizza shop-wise. In pizza shop Super Bowl standards. It was not. We'll just leave it at that. It was pretty dang busy yesterday. Definitely my biggest single sales day on a Super Bowl in 17 years. As it should be every year. Saw another comment here. Jalen is Kobe Jordan in the body of an NFL quarterback. That was a great commercial. The Jordan commercial was a great quarterback. It wasn't a commercial during the Super Bowl. The video afterwards, the Jordan Jalen Hurts video, that was phenomenal. Sixers and Flyers games will be dominated by Eagles' chance And rightfully so, Nooms. I always hate when EAGLES chants happen at sporting events. But you know what? When you're Super Bowl champions, it is what it is. Has to happen. Steve Spagnuolo completely sold out to stop Saquon. Why did he disrespect their quarterback like that? Look, we've been talking about this for 95 minutes now, mister. Yeah. And you know what? That was so great about it that not only did they sell out to stop him, and they did stop him, we kept running it, which is then what's set up because you gain 2.3 yards per carry. You don't expect him to have 25 carries. Kept doing it. And that's how you get the bomb to Devontae, the touchdown to AJ. I do not make a New Haven. It's more of an Italian. It's not a thin crust, hand-tossed Italian. 76ers blow. I also have a Sicilian pizza, too. Who cares about the Sixers blowing? They suck. Bathroom break by the Angel bathroom tissues was genius. I missed that one. Love the Jordan thing after the game. Felt like kebab huge. Yeah, it was a big FU. What did I mean, I don't listen to him unless somebody sends me a link. I don't know. I wonder what Nick Wrong had to say about Jalen Hurts today. Well, we already knew 2 days before the Super Bowl, Chris Sims was already backtracking. I never said he was bad. I just said he had to be better. I'm sure Nick Wright had to backtrack a lot of his statements. A lot of people had to backtrack statements on Jalen Hurts today. A lot of people didn't think Jalen Hurts would ever win a Super Bowl. Said it from day one. He was a winning quarterback. I'm wrong a lot. My takes are wrong a lot. Did not want Saquon Barkley here, mainly for the money. I was wrong. But guess what I was not wrong on? Jalen Hurts. Makes it all right. I think Hurts' signature shoe should be the Mitch match. They should be. I like that idea. I like that. Till he's capped off 2025 with a World Series. I was thinking about betting that today. They're only 12-1. They're the fourth favorite to win the World Series. Kind of shocked at those numbers. Okay, no one has said it yet. How awesome were the fans in New Orleans last night? It was, you know what? Totally, thanks for bringing it up, Nooms. That sounded like South Philly. Sounded like a home game. 1,000% home game last night for the Eagles. Eagles fans are the best. They travel and they bring it. I don't know where they get their money, but they bring it. Bring it. Go, Adrian. We did it, Drew. Benny Defoe. We did it. I love it. What's up, Freddie? How you doing? Who has? Oh, Dan Orlovsky. Yeah. He did. I saw his apology. Jalen did what Embiid never will do. Never will never do. Won't ever do. Never. Ever. Ever. Sorry. You're true. You're correct. Exactly. Watched Rocky 2 yesterday afternoon to set up. I started Saturday night watching Invincible and then watched the Super Bowl. That's what I did to get myself prepped. The Jalen 2 shoot. I love the idea. Love it. Hope Kellen Moore knows that the Saints are destined for mediocrity at best. At best. Beside himself, he just recapped the game while everyone laughed at him. He just acted like he was depressed instead of walking back. Yeah, of course. And in a week or two, they'll make excuses. Jalen Hurts still didn't win it. I was already told by a person half a dozen times today on Twitter. You could insert any quarterback in the NFL into last night's game, and they would have all beaten the Chiefs. Someone legitimately thinks that. We're at 20 concurrent viewers again on YouTube. There better be 20 likes. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that share button, guys. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Let's see if I can get to 2 hours here. 20 more minutes. Can I get to 2 hours? I don't do too many 2-hour shows. I got my kids to watch Invincible for the game. I love it. It's a great movie. I know it's not 100% truthful in every aspect of it. But let me tell you something. It's a well-done football movie. And it brings a tear to my eye. When he goes up and hugs his dad after making the Eagles, it just tears me up. Tears me up every time. Me and you, Eric, we are. You're an OG, my man. There should be more than 20 likes, honestly. There's 20 people watching now, not counting the people that dipped already. So there should be more than 20 likes, Adam. And there should definitely be more than 420 422 subscribers. And I don't want to hear another word about Jake Elliott either. That guy kicked like the dude. Let's not even count the kicks. They got called back for penalties and timeouts. That boy made like 27 kicks last night. Only gets credit for 7 of them. Big Jake. I'm just going to say it again. BDN does not stand for Big Dick Nick Foles. It stands for BDN, Big Dick Nick Sirianni. Jake Elliott is a beast, yes. All the doubt, gone. Really, any quarterback could have beaten the Chiefs. Literally, I can show you the tweets. A Hurts hater saying that he did nothing special last night. Plain and simple. It's a good year. Not going to let the Sixers shenanigans bring me down. Nothing going to bring me down. Hold on. I'm trying to think of that song. I've already sang like 4 different songs saying, ain't nothing going to bring me down. Nobody going to hold me down. Oh, no. I got to keep on moving. Jake Elliott was booming the ball. I mean, those kickoffs were not returnable, we'll just say. Josh Sweat, Millie Williams earned themselves huge paydays, without a doubt. We're going to do a power ranking show of the importance of bringing these guys back. We'll see. How do we replace them? We'll see. I don't know. We'll probably get into free agency first. Then we'll get into the draft. We'll do a little bit of mix and match of both. We will bitch and moan about the Sixers in coming weeks. Don't worry about that. Jake Elliott has scored more than any other kicker in the Super Bowl at 16. Big Jake. Gotta love the guy. Got to love the guy. All the people that were doubting Nick Sirianni, Jalen Hurts, Jake Elliott, all of them, Jordan Davis, Oren Burks, Darius Slay, Avonte Maddox. Everybody that was doubted on this Eagles team made a play yesterday. Let's not forget about Avonte Maddox, big breakup. Let's not forget about that. Yeah. Nothing inaccurate about this statement, Rick. It's accurate. We're not talking Sixers today. We're going to talk baseball before Sixers. Don't worry. But I go live 5 days a week. We will dabble in Sixers talk over the coming weeks. Every title will be Eagles related for like weeks now. But there will be Sixers. There will be Phillies. There will be Flyers. There will be a lot of talk. I'm going to try to line up some guests. Off season is for guests are the off season talk. The refs were in their bag low key. The recall and the kicks and the AJ Phantom. Yeah, like I don't even care about the refs at this point. Ain't nothing going to break my stride. Ain't nothing going to hold me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Yeah, the 80s were great, man. There's some great tunes in the 80s, man. That's True Man shout out. Maddox. Yeah, I mean, you can't not shout out Avonte Maddox, John. You can't not shout him out after making one big play in the Super Bowl. Cast aside by Cooper DeJean. Shout out to the birthday boy for his pick 6, but he had to come out for a play or two. And Avonte Maddox came up big. Everybody stepped up. I mean, the 80s do rock. I mean, that's where I came from, the 80s, you know? I'm a 1980s boy, you know? So the 80s rocked because it gave you guys me. If it wasn't for the 80s, I wouldn't be here. Excuse me. We got final 10 minutes here. Final 15. I got nothing left to drink, so as you can tell, my voice is getting a little verklempt. I can't clear the throat here. So we're going to start the final 15 here. Jake Elliott is the all-time leading Super Bowl scoring kicker now. I don't know if it's accurate. Maybe in playoffs. I don't know. I don't know. But dude's balled out last night. Is there one person that you could put a negative asterisk next to their name from the game last night? No. Not one person. There's not one person that had a bad game last night. Fully healed now, looking for his next team while sporting Super Bowl jewelry. Look at that. A lot of teams want the players from Super Bowl champions. Why? Because they have that winning experience to bring to their locker room. Yeah. It's fine. Good. He can go. I'm good. He made a great play last night, but he can still go. I'm good with him going. It's all good. Bye, Avante. Thank you for your contributions. Best of luck in your future endeavors. Me and Phil were brought to you by the 80s. God says you're welcome. You're all welcome. I like that. I don't want to give up on Jordan Davis, but Milton Williams is a different level. Milton Williams is going to be gone. I hate to break it to you, mister. It's going to be very hard to keep Milton Williams. He's going to get paid. Maybe not a Javon Hargrave type deal, but he's going to get paid. And you're going to have to hope that Jordan Davis can take another step next year. Plain and simple. Will he? I don't know, but you're going to have to hope he can. And Moro Jomo is going to take a bigger step next year as well. Jordan Davis did have a sack last. Jordan Davis quietly has actually played really well. They just haven't used him a lot. That's the problem. How will his snap count increase next year? Yeah, we're not saying Davis is going. It's another one of the reasons why you can't keep him, Milton Williams. McCollum and Sid Brown did show why they're backups, but Sid can run with Worthy. Like, I'm not worried about those last two drives, bro. Those last two scores in the final 3 minutes of the game, who cares that they gave up those touchdowns? I don't care at all. Eagles going to draft a defensive tackle. I wouldn't be shocked. Wouldn't be shocked. I like Alex Hunt's celebration. Alex Hunt's the man. I love it. And he's got a cool name, too. Love it. I think he will get some early because I don't think Nakobe Dean will be ready early. I think it'll be a slow start for Nakobe Dean. But yeah, I think you'll see him a little bit. And if Nakobe Dean's healthy and they let Zach Bond go, then your starters will be Trotter and Nakobe Dean. It's a bit of a problem, in my opinion. Yeah, Ojomo needs more snaps. Let's not forget about Thomas Booker as well. He had a few snaps here and there early. Had a great preseason. So you got him as well. Hunt is a beast. Yes, he is. Davis needs to get better stamina. I really think he gets that down. He's playing 50, 60% of the snaps. Yeah, I don't know what you do with him. It's a curious case of what you do with Jordan Davis. Jalix. Yeah, I knew what you meant. Kenneth Grant or Mason Graham would be just fine. Round one. I got to get to that stuff. That stuff is down the line for me. I'll worry about the draft in about a week or so. Let's get through this week first. I don't know if he's going to be a star Trotter Jr. or not. I like to see it. I hope so. We'll see. He will get plenty of snaps next year for sure, Ojomo. After that beatdown, everyone's going to dread seeing the Eagles on their schedule. Yeah, my man Jason texted me, said he thinks that we'll be playing his Detroit Lions in Week 1. Will that be the NFL kickoff game, Thursday Night Football next year? Eagles hosting Detroit? I don't know. We'll see. Breaking Philly Press Box Radio show of the week. Wednesday night, Chet and Bill will have Brian Cameron from PSN, managing editor. You know, my old friend, and Jason Stark will be on the show as well. We got a jam-packed show on Philly Press Box Radio Wednesday night, 7 p.m. right here on the STT Sports Network. Brian Cameron and Jason Stark will be right here on the show. How about that? Don't forget Howie snatched and stashed another Georgia Bulldog. That's right, the cornerback. Yeah. How about that? What's up, Joseph? What a win. On to the offseason. What happens to Kellen Moore? Dude, I am not on to the offseason yet, Joseph. Let's celebrate this week. We'll worry about the offseason in a day, 2, 3, something like that. Right now, today, we are celebrating being Super Bowl champions. Sucks Eagles are in KC next year. That would be a great Week 1 game. I haven't even looked at the schedule. I don't know the issue with Jordan Davis' stamina as much as lack of gap assistance. He's either over pursues upfield. Yeah, I also don't know if he's in the right system. I don't know. It's something that's interesting to discuss and dive into this offseason, for sure. It's a victory. It's not a victory Monday, Rick. It's a Super Bowl victory Monday. You gotta type it out right. It's a Super Bowl victory Monday. Let that sink in. The Philadelphia Eagles are your reigning, defending, undisputed Super Bowl champions. And that's not anything but a fact. One thing I pay attention to, every player that Vic smiles when talking about ends up being an impact player. He glows when talking about Trotter Jr. That's fine. I get it. I don't know if he's going to be a star or not. We haven't seen enough. He hasn't had enough opportunities to show that one way or another. But he's going to get a chance. I can tell you that much. He's definitely going to get a chance. It's just a matter of whether he capitalizes on that chance or not. That's all that matters. We'll find out. We will find out for sure. Guys, you're watching Trending in the PM right here on the STT Sports Network. Like, subscribe, share. That's it. Please. Bet anybody. Do what you got to do. Let's go. 1,000 subscribers before you know it. Let's do it. Let's get it done. Come on, guys. We're going to wrap this up, though. My drink's empty. Even the ice melted. So I got to wrap this shebang up. Go fill my drink. Go watch a little TV. Go veg out on the couch a little bit. But with that being said, guys, thank you very much for a phenomenal Eagles season. Thank you very much for 17 great weeks so far of this channel. It's been 17 weeks since the STT Sports Network's been born. So thank you very much. Back on Wednesday, 8 a.m. Back tomorrow night, 6 p.m. for Fairway to Heaven. Guys, we're Super Bowl champions. Say it out loud to yourself. This is an interesting comment. And I saw somebody else bring this up. Does Saquon need a pay raise this offseason? There's something to that comment right there. Great show. Thank you very much, Rick. I'm sure you'll have fun on your show this week as well. Thank you very much. Thank you all very much. Super Bowl champs. That's all that matters, man. When you boil it down, it simply boils down to two things. Joe Thurney ain't a tackle and Frank Caliendo. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, let's wrap this up, guys. Thank you all very much. It's been a pleasure. Not just tonight. Howie will extend Saquon. He's going to do something. He's going to renegotiate the deal, give him a pay bump, but also extend that money. He'll find a way to give Saquon a pay bump, but also save cap space somehow, because that's what Howie does. Thanks for Philly Press Box. Hey, always, Chet. Brian Cameron's my boy. Me and Brian go way back. And Jason Stark's a legend, so that's great. I'm sure you guys will have fun recapping the Super Bowl Wednesdays right here, 7 p.m. Can't do it. They should make up Invincible 2. The BDN. I like it. 5 dummy years. Yeah, exactly. That's it. That's right. Right there. We'll end it with that comment from Duck right there, guys. Everybody have a great night. We are the defending, reigning Super Bowl champions. It's a Super Bowl victory Monday. Go Birds. Bubbles up to y'all.
Pop, 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 julep. Pop, 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 julep. Pop, 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 julep.